Kevin Rudd launched a petition calling for a royal commission into media concentration in Australia and the danger that that has for our democracy. Would you support such a commission? And if not, how would you address the issues that Kevin has raised around the lack of media diversity in this country?
Well, Kevin's raised legitimate issues, and he's within his rights as a former Prime Minister to do so. He's particularly focused. It's not a broad focus. It's on Murdoch, on News Corp. And, you know, it's something that we have to deal with. I think in terms of we tend to get coverage that in my view, from time to time, and I express it directly to them, isn't really fair. I don't think the front page of the Sunday Telegraph after the Eden Monaro by-election, anyone who read it would have thought that the Liberals had won the election, not lost it. I appeared on the front page of one of their tabloid papers a couple of weeks ago for something that just wasn't right. But we deal with that. One of the things that's happening, though, I think, is that I think people read that into it. I think if they watch Sky After Dark, they don't expect a balanced coverage like you get on the ABC. So I worry about, though, concentrating, I've got to say, as Labor leader, I worry about concentrating on the report, the reporting of what we do. It's a bit like complaining about the referee in a footy game. It might make you feel okay. It doesn't change the outcome or change the result.
So what is it then? Is it bias? Is it deliberate bias? What do you think is going on?
Look, in some cases, some of Sky After Dark is biased against the Labor Party. Yes, it is. That's just...
What's the evidence of that?
Anyone, have you watched it?
No, definitely not.
I tend not to watch it very much either, but you look at who the presenters are, who they have on as guests, what their coverage is, and it doesn't present and doesn't pretend to present a balanced point of view. And that's just the way it is. It's something that I often think that some of the petals on the other side of the parliament, if they had to confront what we do in terms of coverage, they would be somewhat shocked. And sometimes it must be said that the arguments put are picked up by the ABC and others as well. You began with, you know, we've been doing in terms of polling. Our vote has been ahead of where we were at the last election, pretty consistently. So, you know, that's just the way it is. There's no point, in my view, in terms of short term, looking at, you know, just complaining about that. From time to time, I'm not Josh Frydenberg, I don't ring editors every day. From time to time, I do it if it's particularly over the top. Over the Sunday Telegraph, I did make a complaint.
What was the story?
It was the front page after we won the Eden Monaro by-election was ScoMo Scorcher, you know, Labor devastated, and the article reported that we'd lost the seat, and we hadn't. We'd won the seat. And I'd told journalists on the Saturday night that I expected we'd win by about the amount that we did. But, you know, that's okay.
Did you get an apology?
You tend not to get apologies, but that's okay. I still engage. I mean, I used to go on Andrew Bolt's program. Andrew is not someone who's a Labor voter, but you'd go on and you'd put your argument. I believe in putting my argument. And sometimes people will complain if I write opinion pieces in News Limited publications. I'll continue to do so. I'll continue to take every opportunity I have to talk to the Australian public through whatever media vehicle, accepting that some of them have a different balance, and that's the way it is.